Yeah, all of you, good afternoon, online and offline. Online students, am I streaming fine? Hi, Priyanshu, Sachrit, Sohail, Vaishnavi, Shivam. Am I streaming fine? UPSC Sarthi. Looks like a coaching institute there. What are you doing in my workshop? Of course, all are welcome. Open session hai. Yashwant, Shruti Sharma. Oh, we have one name, Shruti Sharma, who was rank 1. Is the same Shruti Sharma? I'm inspired. Shahid, hi. Yashwant, yeah. Good afternoon, all of you. Please take your seat. Okay. We have Majid Shabbir. I'm sure you are as good as I am. Majid, Kismat Ali, Palak, okay. Chalo. So online students, aapko bhi welcome, all of you. Downstairs. Mapping nahi. Acha, okay, let's start off now. So for those who are not initiated, my name is Shabbir, and I have always a confusion to tell people about my experience or not. So when I mention my experience, then people start guessing my age. Okay, so if I've been teaching for 23 years, okay, then people start calculating. ये उम्र में पढ़ाना कब शुरू किया होगा? And ultimately you add up and then you tell me that you are 55 or 60 years of age. So that is one problem with my experience. You keep guessing how old I am. Okay, generally I am very young man. Most of you are older than me. Okay, so I've been teaching for almost 23 years plus now, and I started my teaching career with geography optional and essays. Essays has been very dear to me because of the topics we are dealing with, the kind of issues that we take up. And geography, of course, was an optional for me. And when I started off, one of the questions people ask me is, sir, why did you not start with GS geography? So back then when I started teaching, that was late 1990s type and early 2000, at that time, geography in GS was not a very big area. It was a smaller area. We had only 2 papers back then in GS, GS paper 1 and GS paper 2. So, बहुत ज़्यादा scope था नहीं. And I think my love for geography was such that I wanted to geography optional alone. So that's how I started geography optional teaching. Okay, and at Edukemy, Edukemy is an institution I started off 4 or 5 years ago, just couple of months before the pandemic started. So, you know, my family always tells me, the pandemic happened because you opened Edukemy. I said, okay, then I'll take the blame, no issues there. So that ways, though Edukemy as institution is relatively younger, but you can be assured that you are in safe hands. I know the subject decently enough to teach you. I know the process better than most people would know. So that way I'll handle these sessions. And in terms of the class distribution, I am the primary teacher. Okay, but I will not be taking all your classes. Simple reason, I must also breathe. Okay, I must also take short breaks in between 4, 5, 6 classes. So I will be taking almost 80% of the syllabus, all the important conceptual topics, all the important relevant core areas, and that's my work. And I have got 2 more teachers who help me. So one reason I said I need some break beach mein. And second reason is geography has lot of current affairs. Current affairs which you have to be updated with, which I take pride in. I think I'm very, very sincere with current affairs teaching. But then I need some people to support me with current affairs also. Right? So that's how we are a team of 3 people. Okay, I take the bulk, the other topics will be shared. So that's one information for all of you. I presume all of you are very sure about your subject. Though I know there are always some students who are unsure कि geography लें नहीं लें, should we start now, what can we start with. So I'm perfectly fine. You can talk to me, ask me your questions, clarify whatever doubts you may have. Okay, so we'll address some of those queries that you have. So I'm assuming for now that most of you have decided on the optional. And if I may ask, आप बताओ आपका attempt कौन सा साल होगा? Which year are you attempting? It's possible some of you 25 and some of you maybe 26, maybe in college or something, and some of you I'm sure are also for 27, if you're a bit early. So how many of you, tell me, on 25 target किस का है? Raise your hands. So offline I can see most of you are 25 attempts. Online 25. Hi, good afternoon. Maithili. Okay. 25, 25, 25, 25. Okay, fine. Next year. I think most of you are 25. So maybe I'll change the question. How many of you 26, 27? Raise your hand. 26? 26? Okay, so some of you 26 also. 27. I knew one of you will be there. Okay, good, nice. The earlier you start, fine. Lakshita Goel, 25. Okay. Raj, 25. Priyanshu, 25. Pragya, 25. Sachrit, 25. Excellent. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. So we have all type of people. I will teach like you're appearing for 25. So any case, अगर 20 से दे भी रहे हो, थोड़ी ना पढ़ाएंगे आपको 2 साल. Okay, so I will teach like I'm assuming all of you are attempting for 25 attempt. I think it's a fair assumption from my side, all of you. Acha. Next question to all of you is, give me an idea about your backgrounds. How many from geography subject background? Raise your hand. Okay, so quite a few of you. Okay, not many, but ठीक है. Online students, how many from geography graduation background? या masters किया है, या फिर graduation किया है, या or some other course maybe is past subject maybe. Okay. Sachrit, okay. Priyanshu, geography honors. Okay, some of you are, but I can assume most of you do not have a geography background. Raise your hand, how many of you no geography background? Okay, that's very comforting because it also includes me. Okay, so I also have no geography background. In that way, yes. Okay, I am okay, one of you. Differences, I learned geography the hard way. Okay, of course, I had my teachers also. I had good support from some very senior professors. Whatever I'll teach you is what I have learned, okay, from their support and myself, which is an important point. Why? Because you can learn geography if you put your heart to it. For that matter, most of us can learn anything अगर आप उसमें time invest करोगे तो. Okay, so don't be upset about that. So those who have geography background, good, you'll have some advantage. Those who don't have geography background, don't worry. जिसके advantage है उनका भी advantage नहीं है. Because what is taught in the colleges is very different from the approach you require for the examination. So either ways, I think we are good to go. Okay, so a query on your background, I think we have a mixed background. I can say more from non-geography background and some of you also from geography background. Okay, so we have set the base rule for most of us. Achha. Now, if you can quickly tell me, what is a comfort level? When I say comfort level, is have you done some basic readings or not? When I say basic readings, का मतलब होता है, maybe you have seen some NCERT books, maybe you have done some bit of GS maybe, or maybe you have interest in maps, okay, travel places. So anybody can say yes, no. Okay, yes, I have some idea basics, no, it's complete new for me. So how many of you, yes, with some background? Oh, why? It's almost the entire class, more or less. Is it because you have done GS also partly? Okay, and NCRTs कुछ देखा होगा आप लोगों ने. Excellent, very nice. Some basic idea, Raj? Okay. So maybe I'll change the question. How many of you know? Raise your hands. No clue about geography? Oh, excellent. That makes my work a bit more easier then. NCRTs you have done. Excellent. Okay. NCRTs you have done. Okay. Some idea about the basics. Fine. You have interest in maps. Okay. Some NCRT and GS as well. Excellent. So you guys are not a novice. You have some idea about geography. Some basic initiation you may have done. Okay. Now, I hope you know the purpose of today's class. Today is your first class. Okay, yeah, some of them are enrolled with us. This is more of an orientation where we tell you our approach, we tell you about how we will go about teaching and what kind of expectations you can have from me when I'm teaching. And more importantly, you should know what you have to do in the time that you have. One common complaint I have, and I repeat this in every session, you are aspiring to become IAS, and I'm sure it's a huge decision for you. It's not a regular job, ab jaake chale gaye. It's a huge decision. Some of you are working double time. Okay, graduation bhi kar rahe ho. How many of you are doing graduation? Raise your hand. Okay, there's 4-5 of you are there. Okay, you're doing graduation classes and you're doing this. Some of you have quit some jobs maybe. How many of you raise your hand? You had a job chance, but you said, I'll not work right now. So that's 1, 2, okay, that's 3. Maybe you also, okay, fine. Some of you have had a chance to get into a job, you said no. Some of you had a chance to study something else. Masters kar lete, PhD kar lete. Okay, so you all are invested in this. It's a very important word, okay? You are invested. And when I say invested, a short-term investment nahi hai na. We're looking at be ready for 2-3 years. I know some of you, and most of you should. Sir, we want to qualify in the first attempt. Perfectly fine. But a mental readiness hota hai. I'm ready for 2-3 years of slog. If not 2 saal ka slog to hai hi aapke paas. So look, you have invested your future, okay, in terms of maybe jobs, in terms of maybe education. You have invested, okay, time, okay, and money to hai hi. It's not cheap, right? Okay, the course fees hai, staying in Delhi, some of you are spending on that, books kharidna hai, and we forget the amount of emotions which will be invested. Now, happiness, sad, depression, excitement, बहुत emotions जाता है इसमें. And this is a long drawn process, like a marathon you're running. Okay. Some of you, if I give it a bigger word, you have invested all your dreams in this. Every time in our life, there comes a time when we say, कि काश पहले का सारा problem would have been washed away. I'm sure some of you are there for that reason also. One good chance and all my past gets wiped out. And it's true, it does get wiped out. You have invested all your dreams in this. It's a huge decision for all of you. But my complaint is, जब आप इतना कुछ डालते हो, like investment, why don't you spend time to understand the process properly? Why can't you spend time, couple of weeks if required, talk to a proper person if required, okay, read up something if required, to understand what does it take to qualify? वो method क्या है preparation का? See, there is a process. You have to go through the process. इस process में one component is join a class, join a course. Okay, with the assumption कि जो course join किया है, it will take you in the entire process. Assumption है, right? Okay, so should you not know the process? It's nice you are trusting me. Okay, but shouldn't you know about कि कहाँ जा रहे हैं हम लोग? Where am I going? Okay, what will I need? what I must develop, what milestones I must reach, ये भी पता होना चाहिए आपको, right? So this is, I think, it is your responsibility that you must know the process of preparation. So when you set a goal, कि 2025 में I will qualify, okay, and you want to get attempt, you should know you are in the month of June, July, okay, क्या मुझे करना पड़ेगा? The examination is May 25, is the prelims, okay, then you have the mains examination around September 25. So in this time that I have, what am I expected to do? What all I am expected to complete? What all competencies I must develop? What skills I must have? ये बहुत important first question है. Okay, because if you have a good plan, if you have set, okay, some kind of realistic goals, okay, then this is more doable and you will be less frustrated. But अगर आपको ये पता नहीं है and you have set a goal for yourself where lot of things are missing, you'll only end up stressing yourself unnecessarily. And I'm of the opinion that work hard, give all that you have, some amount of anxiety रहेगा. Anybody who aspires for careers like this, okay, definitely is an ambitious person. You might look very quiet, you might look very gentle, you might look like a pushover, चुपचाप बैठे हुए कोने में, okay. So दिखने में, okay, I can push you over. But अगर aspiration IAS का है ना, you have a fire burning inside. Tremendous ambitions आपके पास हैं, and that's very excellent, that's wonderful. But what happens with the ambition is, you can get into extreme anxiety and stress, which is not good, beyond a point. Some amount of anxiety होना चाहिए, okay. But if you have proper understanding missing, then the stress can get to you, which I don't think is wise. Okay, so there's the purpose of today's class is to tell you the process. Okay, and then we'll start working how to achieve it, what to do, what to read, by when I'll finish what, and so on. As a teacher, and not just me, for any teacher in the ecosystem, the easiest thing for me is to finish the course. That is what I'm trained in. That is what I've been doing for almost 20 odd years. That's what I've done for thousands and thousands of students. Okay, वो मेरे लिए बाएं हाथ का खेल है. Trust me. Okay, and not just me, all the teachers around we have. But what's challenge is to take you along with me, to take you along with the process, with the milestones, with the goals that we have, so that you do not fall out. It's like, when I'm running with my son, early morning jogging, but आसान है मेरे लिए, start running fast, and I finish my morning jog. Problem is, my son, who is small, he can't keep pace with me. He gets tired, he gets distracted. Okay, so I'm running and I have to keep him running. That's my objective. And you can run with me only when you know what I'm doing. Okay, if you appreciate what I'm doing, if you also know, oh, this is what should be done, and let's check if sir is doing that or not. So today's class, and this is my common complaint, unfortunately, trust me, I've इतने बच्चों को देखा मैंने, I can safely say 9.9 out of 10 students do not know the process. They do not know what the examination needs. Okay, but they join a course mechanically and then they come out again in some other way. And I've seen students complained also. Sir, we were misguided. We were told wrong things. I did not know this. Okay, see, one aspect is you can always put the blame on somebody else, the teacher or institute or whatever. But आपका भी जिम्मेदारी है ना? When you are putting so much of time, emotions, shouldn't you also find out what's required? So I tell the students, when you come and tell me I'm misguided, okay, own it up कि आपका भी mistake है इसमें. How can somebody who is going to run the country, run a district, make policies, afford to say, okay, sir, I did not know, I got misguided. Misguided 1 month, समझ में आता है. Misguided 2-3 months, समझ में आता है. Misguided for 2 years. Come on. That's, I mean, if you are misguided for 2 years, you don't deserve to qualify. आपने देश का भतंगड़ बना देना है. I hope you got the point here. ठीक है, first 1 week समझ में नहीं आया, okay. Okay. पहला 1-2 हफ्ता समझ में नहीं आया, समझ में आता है. 1 महीना 2 महीना भी भटक गए, ठीक है. But then your antenna must, okay, click somewhere. Okay, no, this is not going right. Or this is what I need, and so I should do. You have to be informed students. You have to be wise, okay, learned students. ना बताते हैं नेता ने मुझे बुद्धू बना दिया. ठीक है, 1 इलेक्शन में, 2 इलेक्शन में, बार-बार बुद्धू बना रहा है आपको. फिर तो you deserve to become a बुद्धू there. Okay. I hope you got my logic, all of you here. So all of you, and again I repeat, don't simply go by what I am telling you. Do your research also. Find out, ask around. Okay, ask your friends. And these are questions you can't answer in 1 day. Okay, 2-3 हफ्ता लगेगा, so be it. So, but make sure you know the process very well, and then you start working towards it. Okay? So the objective of today's class is orientation. Orientation. And in orientation, my objective is to explain, okay, to initiate you into the process. I am a firm believer of a process. अगर आप process सही रखोगे ना, today or tomorrow you will click. If you have got the methods right, okay, you will click one of the days. But अगर process गलत है, okay, if you click, it's a luck. But more often than not, you will slip. And examination across almost 2 years. Okay, you have got 2 papers in prelims. You have got as many papers, okay, 7 important papers in your mains examination. History, geography, environment, international relations, economy, इतने topics हैं. अगर process सही नहीं होगा, you'll mess up. Geography optional. Okay, it's a 6 months foundation course. 20 units to study. At least 7-8 books you must refer to. Make notes on daily basis. You need to have the process in place. Small targets of 1, 2, 3 days, 1 month में इतना process matter नहीं करता है. But long drawn one में it definitely matters. ठीक है, I think I have set the tone for today's discussion. So keep it like conversation with me, all of you. Okay. Before I start off, can you tell me, okay, I'm sticking with a geography optional. Optional. I'm assuming, okay, you are preparing for IAS 25. You tell me, what are your queries first? What are the questions you have in mind that you want me to answer? Yeah, some discussions, all of you. Whatever you have some doubts, kuch fear hai, okay, you have some maybe some uncomfortable questions to clarify. You have some doubts maybe, okay, whatever you have. Anybody? Online, offline? Hi, Anurag. Okay, Shivam, currently working. Understand? Yes. Anything? What are your doubts? What are your queries you want me to answer today? Yes? Acha, you basically a geography in the optional and geography for the GS. Whether the approach, answer, technique, are they same or are they different? Correct? Okay, that's one question. Excellent, very nice. What else? Anybody else, any questions? You're concerned about maps and factual information. How to do the maps and how to do the factual information. Fine. That's one question. Priyanshu. Anybody else? It's so vast, okay? The subject is vast. Fine. What else? Whatever you have doubts. जो भी सवाल है, okay, it's my responsibility to answer that. It's hard to score. Okay? Rajat says it's hard to score. Okay. Is this true? Not true? Whatever it is. Yes. It's a dynamic subject. Yes. How to manage? Okay, fine. It is dynamic, matlab it is current affair based. And how to manage? Okay, excellent. Yes. Do we require maps? Okay. Do we require maps in every question? ठीक है, ये सवाल पूछ रहे हो मतलब मैप का डर है? अच्छा, I understand. वह क्यों पूछोगे आप? Okay. My guidance optional with self study. मेरा दुकान बंद करवाएगा यार सूर्य. कोई बात नहीं. I will talk about self study also. Let me write it here. Self study. How to do self study? Okay. What else? From which chapter I'll start? Oh. Okay. Which chapter I'll start? Okay. Which chapter to start with? I'll start with. Okay. Anybody else offline? Yes. Which part to focus? Okay. Physical or human geography? Which one to focus on? Excellent. Okay. What else? Success rating is told is low. Basically, ये वाला है, Natasha. You're asking me how to score, and ये वाला है. Success rate is low. Fine. But success rate low तो पूरा exam का ही है, right? 7 lakh appearing, and this year one of my student has got 79th rank. She might miss IAS this year. Okay. So, I mean, if you go by logical sense, this career makes no sense. Okay. क्यों आप इतना डाल के, okay, and 79 rank में भी समझ नहीं आता qualify करेंगे कि नहीं. Okay. So, forget about the score of geography. Talk about UPSC itself. Okay. Now, the government says कि शायद 30 seats बढ़ा दें. Are aware of this news now? They might increase the seats by 30-40 seats more. Okay. Otherwise, 1,000 students is who qualify. Okay. Plus or minus 100 or 200. How many hours you need to give, Ritika? जितना दो कम है. How many hours? You forgot, I'm talking about geography optional, right? So, you also have GS there. Many people opt for geography. Good, MK. Okay, so geography is popular. I'll put a question mark here. What it means by it is popular. Anybody else offline? So, I think I have good range. And if any other question comes to your mind, please ask me. Okay? So, take it like a workshop thing. How to retain vast syllabus. ये सारा चीज मुझे पहले पता होता ना, मैंने क्वालिफाई कर लेना था. Okay. Basically, how to remember. Memorization. So, this is a problem with vastness शायद. Vastness and how to memorize. पहले कि vast है कि नहीं बताओ, and then how to memorize. DOP recommended increase. Yes, Sachit, correct. You are right. How can students interact with you on online class? There, Natasha, that's how I'm interacting. आपने पूछा, मैंने immediate answer दिया. Time management is difficult with job. Shivam, yes, you are right. Time management. Okay, now some of the questions are becoming generic. I want to keep it geography optional. How to make synopsis? So you know what I teach in that case. My experience about optional. What things I should keep in mind. Okay, fine. I'll talk about that also. Synopsis takes much time. Papa, when I eat food, it takes time to digest. क्या करें? मैंने कहा लगा लो intravenous. Okay, put a saline. बिरयानी खाना है, बिरयानी saline. Okay, immediately. Right? That way sometimes. Anyways, ठीक है. Some of you are using some language which is okay, my language, synopsis. I'll explain here. ठीक है, okay. So Rajendra, I'll answer that. Vishal, I agree with you. Absolutely. Shabbir Sir is best for geography. Absolutely, Vishal. इसमें कोई doubt नहीं है मुझे. Way to choose between anthropology and geography. Aniket, you're asking wrong person. मेरा दुकान geography का है. You're asking how to take anthropology. Okay, I'll answer that too. No problem. Okay, let's start off. I have a range of questions. We'll go one by one on this. Okay? To answer the questions, how to study, vast hai ya nahi hai, current affairs, facts, maps. First, you should know what geography is. Geography as a subject, what is it? What does it study? Okay. Only then you will know how important something is. Okay. Now, very crudely, we say geography studies how Earth is made man's home, or how Earth is man's home. Earth में ऐसा क्या है? What does the planet have? And what do we do so that we can live on Earth? When I say Earth is man's home, home means what? I live, I work here. Okay, I have a society in which I operate. Okay, I have problems and I have solutions. This is my home, right? In my home, a plumbing problem hai, I rectify it. In my home, I have gardening. In the home, I am cooking. In the home, I go to sleep. In the home, I have my family. ये तो है आपका और क्या है? So when I say Earth is the home of man, it means basically how does man live? Like, how does man work? Work, agriculture is work. Work, industry is work. Work, any services is work. How do I live? Okay, how do I live? Guard myself from cyclones. How do I live? Guard myself from droughts. How do I live? Maybe in areas which are desert. How do I live? In areas which are forest. So what is my living conditions and how I manage? What type of occupations that I do? Okay, society I live in, the culture, the people. Okay, I live in India, I live in US. What type of belief systems I have, my religion, my thought process, my value systems I have, and problems. How do I deal with earthquakes, landslides, sea level rise? Okay? So all about the earth in relation to man. So if I summarize this, I can say geography essentially studying man, environment, relationship. Because if I'm making earth my home, essentially whatever is around me becomes my environment. उसके interaction चल रहा है. I've got land, I do cultivation, I've got agriculture. I've got land, minerals है, industries बन गया. I have land, I make the road. I have the forest, maybe I have forest dwelling activities. I've got water, I go fishing. I've got oceans, I've got sea routes. So whatever I'm studying in geography is about man-environment relationship. Now, in man-environment relationship, do you appreciate one thing, which is environment हर जगह same नहीं होता, right? The environment I have here is not same as environment I have maybe down south. Not same as environment as a part of China or Pakistan or US. So environment में we have lot of diversity. I'll study that. It is heavy raining, what type of crops I grow. Less rains, what type of crops I grow. I've got forest, what type of activities I do in India. Same forest, Siberia mein, what am I doing there? So it's lot of diversity. There are location variations. If geography must study location variations, do I need maps here or not? Maps is the most important tool of a geographer. The mathematics कर रहे हो, सब मुझे number से घबराहट हो रहा है. I'm a doctor, I'm scared of blood. Okay, I'm a teacher, I'm scared of blackboard and writing. I'm a teacher, I'm scared of correction. It doesn't go hand in hand, right? We call this as occupational hazards हैं ये, आपको करना ही होगा. If I'm a driver, I must know how to change my tire also. So maps are a very, very important tool. You can't escape maps. समझना सर, maps तो syllabus में mention नहीं है paper 1 में, so it doesn't matter. The paper 1 is about geography, world geography. You better know world geography, okay, and world geography maps. Okay, and so got the point here. Diversity is must. You need maps. Acha. When I say man environment, it is a dynamic thing, no? Okay, cyclones, rainfall, forests being cut down, sea level rise, pollution is happening, people are moving, things are changing in environment, which means geography by nature is dynamic. The way I deal with the droughts today is not same as how I deal with the droughts, okay, how I dealt with it couple of decades ago. What I can do with my land today is not same as what I have been doing couple of decades ago or what I will do in the future. It is very dynamic. That's why dynamic का मतलब है you need to know current affairs. It's a must. Okay. Talk about the problems of Himalayan disasters. You can't add example which happened 10 years ago. मुझे बताओ last year क्या हुआ? Tell me what happened last month maybe. Tell me what happened 2 months ago. Tell me what can happen 1 month from now. So geography needs maps and geography needs current affairs. You can't escape it. Okay, next. When I talk about environment and man, you realize I can't generalize things, can I? Okay, every forest, okay, has trees. Okay, but the fact is the trees can be different. Sal trees, teak trees, rubber trees, I can have conifers, okay, maybe pine trees. So they are different. If they are different, you must be objective about how different they are. Some were tall trees, some were short trees, some were evergreen trees. Some places you have got deciduous trees. Some you have got very short bushes. You need to be exact when you talk about the diversity and changes. Okay, you need to be exact in terms of your diversity and your, okay, whatever changes are happening. Which means जब exactness आ जाता है, you need to have facts. Talk about pollution of rivers. You can't add in general, right? In general, okay, pollution is too much. Natasha, you can ask me your doubts. You can ask me your doubts, you can talk to me, you can interact with me like I'm doing. And if you are in ORN, Aspas, so walk in and talk to us also, no problem here. Okay, so feel free to interact with me. Okay. So if I give example, you talk about the pollution of rivers. You can't write in general, the river has pollution, it's bad for health. Be very specific. What pollution? Arsenic pollution. Where? West Bengal. What pollution? Okay, fluoride pollution. Where? Nalgonda regions of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. What pollution? Eutrophication. Where? Some of the lakes and rivers like in Ganga where we have sewage, okay, say disposal. So you cannot talk about lot of things without the facts in place. अगर facts नहीं होगा ना, your answer becomes very generic. Does geography question demand facts? Say no. वो तो लिखेगा, okay, explain how agriculture droughts can be managed. मैं आपको पूछ रहा हूं, forget about geography. Can you tell me how agriculture droughts can be managed? बताओ कैसे manage होगा? Droughts means what? Water problem. How to manage it? Have irrigation. How to manage it? Maybe grow crops which can survive in less water. How to manage it? Let's have some forecasting of weather. How to manage it? Make sure that food is less. Let us have some kind of food programs in place. How to manage it? Let us have some drinking water, okay, wherever there is water shortage. How to manage it? When there are crop failures, let's talk about crop insurance wherever we can. Simple, no? सर बताओ इसको क्या पढ़ाना पड़ेगा इन डिटेल? इट्स वेरी जेनरिक, एनीबडी कैन आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. वो जीएस हो, ऑप्शनल हो, इट्स इवन ए क्लास 10th क्लास स्टूडेंट कैन आंसर इट. बट क्या आपको इससे मार्क्स मिलेगा? हाउ डू यू गेट मार्क्स? इरिगेशन, इंदिरा गांधी कनाल, okay, irrigating almost 1.7 lakh hectares, supporting approximately 17,000 farmers. 17,000 farmers. Okay, and it has helped bring farmers, at least 60% farmer out of drought distress. Irrigation, drip irrigation, where in parts of the dry Bagad regions of Rajasthan, India launched a program called as micro irrigation funds. Crops, don't just say dry crops. We talk about millets, very specifically bajra cultivation or jawar cultivation. You talk about forecasting, dynamic weather forecasting introduced since 2016 onwards, where our drought prediction has increased by more than 70% accuracy. मैं क्या कर रहा हूं बताओ? What am I doing here? I am giving you specific facts. Question is a general question, no? What is drought and how do you solve it? So facts जरूरत है या नहीं? It's a competition thing. I can have an answer that gives you no facts. Fine. Accordingly, I'll give you 1 out of 10. Somebody who pumps facts here and explains what has been done, how has it been done, what program launched, in what part of the country. आप बताओ मैं किसको मार्क्स दूंगा? Got the point here? So you need facts. लिखना नहीं लिखना your choice. And trust me, you need facts in everything that you do. Today is a time for data-based analysis decisions. Data important क्यों है आज की डेट? Why? There is exact numbers चाहिए आपको. Why did Congress lose? Why did BJP lose? Why did Janata Dal United lose or win? Whatever. I need booth level data. I need segmented data. I need women and men segregation data. I need age-wise data. Then I can solve the problem better. So do we need facts? Yes and no? No. A teacher can say, यार कोई जरूरत नहीं है, simple लिखो ना हो जाएगा answer. But if you come to me, I'll say you bloody well write facts. But a competition chal raha, right? It's not a charity game going on. If somebody can do 10 things, you better do 10.1 thing. I hope you got the point here. The facts, likhna nahi likhna, is your choice. But with facts, the answer gets all the more better. So we can't remember facts. That's a story, don't tell me, please. You can't remember facts or you don't want to remember facts. ऐसा कोई दुनिया में होगा who says I want to remember facts? कौन होगा ऐसा बंदा? He must be a crazy man, right? Most of us say, I don't want to do any hard work. You want to win the race, you pretty well run the rain fast. ऐसा कौन होगा who says every morning उठ के मुझे exercise करने में बड़ा मजा आता है? It's always tiring. But you're going to play for India, you got to keep yourself fit there. So whether UPSC requires facts or not, it's your choice. You decide. So how many facts? Your choice. कितना दे सकते हो example बताओ? When I say drip irrigation, somebody says 5 example डाल देंगे हम. मतलब 5 तो डाला, मैं तो 10 डाल दूंगा, ठीक है, fine. The game is going on that ways. So do you need facts? Yes. How much facts? Your choice. And facts will cultivate over time. Not just geography. Every subject requires facts. And those who generally say, sir, facts yaad nahi hota, generally they are those who come from science background. They come from engineering background. और उनको ये बोलने में अच्छा लगता है that we are science engineering students. We are good in analysis. Facts is a छोटा मोटा काम हटाओ यार नहीं करते हैं. Reality में ठीक उल्टा है. Science students are the ones who memorize the maximum. Okay. 2 + 2 4. क्या लॉजिक है बताओ? Why does 4 look like this? बताओ क्या logic लगाओगे इसमें? Analyze, let's see. Okay. The square of hypotenuse is equal to square of the base plus square of the perpendicular. रट्टा मारा आपने. You have memorized this. A plus B whole square. You have memorized this. Okay. Laws of physics, hydraulics. Hydraulics तो पूरा empirical equations हैं. 100% memorization. Okay. Chemistry, property, valency. क्या logic है? Why is oxygen O2 32Y? It has become actually a style in speaking. I'm a science graduate, engineering graduate, memorizing is below my dignity. UPSC आपको उतार देगा. If you can't memorize, you are very sure about it, this is not your career. Then do something else in life. Anybody who can't memorize, you have no business to be in UPSC preparation at least. बाकी जो करना है करो आप. But my understanding is, most of us don't try memorizing. Memorization is a skill you have to learn. Memorization is a technique that you have to learn. Without memorization, nothing works out. I hope you got the point, all of you here. So, do we need facts? Yes. And this will come with memorization. It comes with practice. It comes from a repeated study. Go back. What is geography? Geography is man-environment relationship. Geography is about the places and the diversity. You need maps. Geography is dynamic. Geography requires current affairs. Geography requires facts. And this I can say, okay, for both of these, dynamic and exact, this is for all subjects you read. Economy requires that. Environment requires that. History requires facts. You need facts even in social issues. You need facts in studying topics like your ethics also. You need case studies which are facts. Okay, so the reality is this much. Okay. The next point, in man-environment relationship. Okay. Now, there are generic discussions. Like say, why does migration happen? What do you think? Migration is a general topic, no? Why do people move? Okay. Why does migration happen? Because somebody is running away from poverty. Why does migration happen? Because somebody is running away from conflicts. Why does migration happen? Because urban area gives him more jobs. Why migration happens? Because of aspirations related to education, so I must migrate. Anybody can write that? So you have got migrations, generic discussions. How to bring geography is use some theories around geography. So we have Ravenstein's laws in geography. We have Lee's law in geography. We have Zelinsky's laws in geography. So, and similarly, assay laws you also will have in sociology also. So, while the topic of study may be generic, generic means very general. Topic of study like, let's study pollution, generic topic. Let us study problems of deforestation, generic study. Let us study climate change, again generic study. How the geography comes in is by using the concepts and theories from geography. The geography will study very general things in a technical way. So if you ask me, geography, answer writing, how to do that? You must be able to map all the developments of man-environment in terms of geographical concepts. So if I sum up, geography requires maps, geography requires current affairs, geography requires facts, geography requires control on geographical concepts. Okay. अगर ये control में है, definitely your answer writing becomes good. Most of us don't finish this. Most of us struggle here. Most of us find this to be very difficult. Most of us don't do this. and then, sir, I don't get marks. I hope you got the scope of what you must do here. In the course, all of this will be done for you. So see, you asked me, can you study on your own? Absolutely. There is no knowledge in the world that cannot be done on your own. Elon Musk studied physics on his own. He studied rocket science on his own. Steve Jobs, he was not an engineer, but he knew some things from his own learnings. You can study whatever you need on your own. Okay. The issue is time and effort investment. Simple logic. I will teach 6 days a week without fail almost. Every day, approximately 2.5 hours, I will teach. आपको पसंद हो ना पसंद हो. It's raining, it is hot. There's no power supply, it is sweating. Okay, I'm bad mood, I'm in good mood. I'm sad, I'm emotional. कुछ भी हो जाए, class goes on. And I will take 6 months. And I also know what to teach, which book to read, which paragraph to read, and I take 6 months. आप जब खुद करेंगे, it cannot be 6 months. Invariably into 3 लगा लो आप. Invariably. You will search the topics. Okay. You will have issues of swings, mood swings. कभी पढ़ने का मन किया, कभी नहीं किया. Some topics will be tricky. पढ़ रहे हो समझ में नहीं आ रहा. You will take more time. So this is your time effort and the hard work that goes. So while self-study, I can tell you what books to read, which is not a big deal. It's all on the internet. So I'll list it down for all of you. Okay? So it's perfectly fine. But with me in the class, these things I will do for you in the class itself. Wherever required, I'll add current affairs. In the class, I'll be drawing maps like crazy. आप बना के खुद सीखोगे मेरे साथ में. In the class, I will make you memorize the facts. Whatever you need, वो आपके notes में होगा. And of course, this is my job, geographical concepts. Okay, so I've given you an idea about what all geography needs. Okay, let me switch now. This issue of geography and vastness. देखो, core subjects. When I say core subjects means geography is a core subject. A history is a core subject. A pol science is a core subject. Okay, subjects like any of the engineering subjects, they are like core subjects. Okay, not core but developing today, like public administration, even sociology for that matter. Core subjects invariably will take more time. More time का मतलब क्या है? If others take, say 4.5, 5 months, geography will take 6 months to finish the foundation. And all subjects, इसके बाद में, you will require additional time for tests, additional time for advanced concepts. ठीक है? This is your choice. आप कितना टेस्ट देना चाहते हो? That's your choice. How much new you must read? That's again your choice. But the understanding of syllabus, what a subject entails, एक basic amount of time चाहिए ही चाहिए. So geography, history, PSIR requires approximately 6 months. The teachers who can do in lesser classes, they say 4.5, 5 months, good for them. I cannot do that. Okay, I cannot do that. I need some amount of time to finish off. So that's your call. That's one point. Second point is, देखो, how much one topic should be covered is largely an agreement between the teacher and the student. Your syllabus says climate change, that's all. Climate change history, climate change evidence, climate change factors, climate change of the future, climate change laws, climate change impact. Then I go deeper. Climate change impact in different parts of the world. Climate change laws in different countries. climate change solutions in different countries. So kitna badhana hai is entirely my choice, no? How much I want to expand. So same topic can be done in one day, one class. It can then be done in 5 days also. It can be done in 10 days also. So ये जो vastness होता है is largely the willingness of a student to study. एक तो core subject है, you need more time. Plus, okay, it's dependent on you and me. मैं कितना पढ़ाना चाहता हूं. The syllabus simply says, okay, development strategies. That's all. अब strategies में I can teach you a generic idea. I can teach you 3 important laws and theories. I can expand and give an example of what strategies India has adopted. This is entirely your call and my call, how much I want to expand. Having said this, look at the scope of subject. It says man, environment, relationship. Anything on the earth is this, no? I can teach anything under geography, anything. There is a geography of society, geography of economy, geography of diseases, geography of development, geography of climate change. Everything has a geographical perspective. So yes, by that logic, you need current affairs, you need lot of details based on regional variations. Okay. Therefore, geography becomes a bit more. So I am agreeing, it is a bit more. But you must appreciate one more aspect. Geography has the highest overlap with GS. GS paper 1 has geography. GS paper 2, which has social inequalities, poverty, hunger, development differences. Okay, geography also has issues of human development indicators. ये सारे geography topics हैं. Geography has paper 3 GS. Paper 3 GS, which is environment, disaster management, and importantly, economy also. Geography will cover trade, transport, infrastructure, energy issues, industries cover होगा इसमें. So I take this as an advantage for myself. Whether I teach you or not, GS में तो करना ही करना पड़ेगा आपको, right? So see, there is a different way of looking at this word called vastness. One is how vast it is an agreement between you and me. Number 2, I would like to cover geography in such a way that some part of GS also gets handled. Having said this, देखो, in competitions like UPSC, in competitions like Olympiads or Olympics, in competitions like some kind of a global issue, what must not bother you is hard work. Nobody who has ever qualified will qualify without hard work. तो आप तो घुस चुके हो ना, गर्दन दे चुके हो आप लोग. Let vastness not be a part of your conversation. Stop. जैसे आप relationship में होते हो ना, your relationship, friends, girlfriend, boyfriend, father, mother, son, children, in any relationship, you're bound to have emotional pain. The only guy who has no pain is he has no relationship. उसका अलग pain होगा फिर. You have to accept it's part of the package. So things like hard work, okay, current affairs, words like facts याद रखना है. These are non-issues for us. Whether I tell or not, every subject, if you want to qualify, you have to do this. So get out of that mindset. So I'm answering some of the questions you asked me. I've answered what is geography, what does it need to score in geography, why geography requires the type of reading we do with current affairs, and importantly, are there really issues you must be bothered about? So if you ask me, the summary of all of this will be, what type of process will we follow? What the process will follow in geography optional. Let me elaborate on this now. हमारा approach क्या होगा? Any questions on this? Rajat, what's the question? Down to earth. Yes, current affairs, geography needs current affairs. Okay, but I'll tell you, explain that to you, MK. The way we have designed the course, you can rely on us for current affairs. You need not read anything beyond what we tell you, at least not now. See, your process, may very important aspect is, there are stages in which you will grow. In the stages, the first stage I'll say is, keep with us. Know the process about what I'm doing, and zyada left right mat dekho. Just be with me. After 3-4 months, once you understand what's going on, you can start expanding your scope. So what you must read for current affairs, down to earth ho, yojana maine ka sab band karo. Be with me in the class. And whatever session I have, so I'll be back on that, MK. I'll help you on that. Okay, let me explain our approach and what is my process here. My process, number one is, we will have a very thorough foundation class. Okay, some of the promises I make, I will deliver on it. A lot of things I will tell you which you don't expect, but I will do it for you nevertheless. The foundation class is a 6 months course. I will cover 90-95% of the syllabus, not 100%. मैं कर ही नहीं पाऊंगा. Okay, this I will cover for you. Your foundation class, we will have lot of notes writing. Okay, I don't believe too much on giving you material. Okay, material bhi milega, but my suggestion is be with the class notes. Be with what I'm teaching in the class. That's your first class. You must leave. Oh, yeah, please. Okay, the foundation class is the first step. Yeah, in the foundation class, we will refer to certain basic and reference books. There are 8 books or 9 books rather. We'll tell you what to do on that. Okay, एक list होगा आपके folder में. We can share it on the Telegram groups also. I'll tell that to you. I will insist that you must read with me with the books. A lot of students want material. Understand, material are a compiled content. And I don't trust the compiled content well too much. अगर पढ़ना ही है, तो read from the right source. If you must read the right articles directly. Why should I go through a second-hand work? So our process entails, we'll have readings from reference books. Achha. The process includes certain assignments. Assignments around a daily summary writing. Okay, we call this as synopsis. हर दिन लिखना पड़ेगा आपको. If I have a 2-hour class or 3-hour class, you must go back home and do summary writing. This is something I will swear by. Anybody who has qualified by doing this very, very well. This is one tool to memorize whatever I teach you. Okay, that's one. Second assignment is, I'll give you a lot of NCERT work also. In fact, in your folders, okay, I'll have given a list of NCERT books. Can you check there? There's one sheet of NCERTs. Yeah, here it is. Dikha aapka. Okay, so maybe online students can have a look there. Yes, Ritika, I'll start with that one. Correct. So this is one of the so if you all can see this page, a list of NCERT books which you should read. Okay. Which includes geography. Baki aapki marzi aap kare, but I'll give assignments to you. So geography, there are 4 books of NCERT. Class 11th 2 books and class 12th 2 books. 2 books of class 11th and 2 books of class 12th. Here. Foundations of Physical Geography, class 11th. India Environment, class 11th. Fundamentals of Human Geography, class 12th. India People and Economy, class 12th. ये 4 किताबें हैं. Okay, which as part of your assignments ये आप करेंगे. And of course I will teach this to you eventually. Okay, so there are other books also. In geography, you also need to know some bit of environment topics. For environment, we recommend class 12th biology, last 4 chapters, and class 9th, 10th ICSE board textbook. Okay. This is a must read for all of you as a part of assignments. So material I'm sure you all have, but my recommendation is go with the proper books. Okay? So back to your process here. The foundation course with notes writing, with basic reference books reading, and with assignments. Apart from this, okay, we will have, this is twice a week. We have what we call as case study sessions. And this is the actual course that you have enrolled in. These are additional supports, because I know you otherwise struggle. Okay, so the case study classes happen after the foundation class gets over. So I finish the class around 2:30 approximately, then your case study class starts, where we take 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Either I or Ajay sir, okay, we will give you some case studies, like say floods. He'll discuss floods in Bangalore. Earthquakes maybe in Hindu Kush region of Afghanistan. Deforestation because of forest fire in Uttarakhand in 2024. The problems related to sea level rise in the island regions of Pacific. These are discussions, and these are the facts you need, with maps, diagrams, some discussions on what impact and so on. So this will be a support thing for us. You may attend, you may not attend, but my suggestion is please attend the sessions. Okay. इसके अलावा, as a part of the process, again once or twice a week, it depends. Okay, it depends how much we have covered. We also have PYQ discussions, previous year's question discussion. So with this, what happens is your foundation content is in order, and this will do for almost 6 months. Your main course you have paid for is this. ये आपका main course है. These are the support systems that we have. ठीक है? So case study is one way of knowing maps. Okay, the revisions is part of your summary writing and notes making. इसके अलावा we also support you with current affairs. See what I do in current affairs. Let me explain this to you. Most of us understand the current affairs are where? In the magazines, newspapers. And the market has lot of material compiled in one place, maybe in form of bullets, okay, maybe given short summaries of current affairs, which I believe, you may differ there, I believe they're very difficult to read, because उस book में ना सिर्फ facts pumped होता है. You can't concentrate properly. You know, very rich content, every word is important. कितना पढ़ लोगे आप? End of the year, you have got huge 2-3 booklets come out as summary of current affairs. Current affairs is something you should do on a regular basis, not pile up for the end. One. Number two, current affair is not simply facts. The concepts हैं ये. The news में था last month something called as People's Biodiversity Register एक concept था, और बहुत news में था. So what is it and so on, you are done. But to understand what PBR is, you must know some concept around biodiversity. The UN Convention on Biodiversity, a Nagoya Protocol of Biodiversity, India's Biodiversity Act 2002 पता होना चाहिए. So many of current affairs, what happens is the background stories are missing. So when you read the current affairs, it's very tiring. एक तो बहुत पढ़ना पड़ता है, you do not know what to read from where, and second, the story is missing. So what I have done for the last couple of weeks now, what we have done is, okay, पहले बताओ, how many of you understand the importance of reading newspapers every day? Raise your hand. अब करें ना करें, do you realize the importance or not? Raise your hand. How many of you understand the importance of reading paper every day? All agreed? Okay. How many of you understand the importance of making notes of what you read? Raise your hand. बिना notes बनाए, you are not studying anything. You might read things very fast, but if you don't make notes, how do you revise? अब लगता है exam के पहले you'll have 1 year's paper with you or what? You need jottings. ठीक है? ठीक है, all fine here? Read papers every day and make jottings. Third very important thing. How much time can you put for current affairs? बताओ, in one day, how much time can you afford to put in current affairs? एक number बताओ. 2 hours, 1 hour, whatever numbers you have. 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Anybody 3 hours? Sorry. Anybody 3 hours? 3 hours, okay. 1.5 hour, 2 hours. So most of us agree. 1.5, 2, 2.5, maybe 3 hours, correct? In one day, how much time will you sleep in one day for good health? 8 hours, 7 hours. Some of us know we need 10 hours of sleep also. So let me work backwards, okay? 8 hours of sleep is not negotiable. You become IAS and you become mentally crazy. We don't need crazy IAS officers. सारे crazy वाले पार्लियामेंट में काफी हमारे पास हैं. Okay, वो पूरा थोक में दिया भगवान ने हमें. ठीक है? So we want sane people, which means sleep well. Okay, 1. खाना पीना भी चाहिए. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. कुल मिला के in one day, how much time you will spend for this? And it's not like mechanical खोला करके चले गए. थोड़ी बैठोगे, सोच रहा, निकाला, आज भिंडी है, इमोशन होगा, खराब हो जाएगा. तो आज मम्मा याद आ रही है कि ये दाल हमारे घर में, तो पानी है हमारे पास में यहाँ पर. So how much time you need for eating? 20-30 minutes? No, you are a boring man, right? एक मील खाने में आपको लगेगा आधा घंटा. प्रॉपरली हाथ धोआ, बैठ के, अनलेस ऑफ कोर्स आपके पॉकेट में चल रहा है चिकन मटन, अलग बात है, डाला और खा लिया. Okay, so can I put approximately about 2 hours in a day? Okay, for eating. सिर्फ बैठना भी तो है यार. ठीक है? Okay. How much time do you need? Okay. Take bath, freshen up, okay, dress up decently at least to that. कम से कम डोर तो खोल सकते हो आप. Okay, how much time do you need? Of course, some of us, I believe, okay, take bath once in a week types. Otherwise, बेटा बाथरूम जाके, we open the tap. For 15 मिनट पहले हम हाथ दिखाते हैं टैप में. Okay, we show the feet there. कितना पानी है? I'm sure we all do this nonsense. Some of us look at our bodies also. How many of you dance in the bathroom? All of us are singers, dancers. Okay, if I add up, in one day, नहाने धोने में आराम से 1.5 hours जाता है, which is perfectly fine. I mean, you can't be a machine. Okay, exact amount का spray कर दिया and I am clean. You can't do that. Okay. You must breathe also, right? थक के बैठ गए sometimes, balcony चले गए sometimes, go out for a tea shop maybe sometimes. वो भी तो चाहिए आपको. If I'm modest there, let me put say 30 minutes at least in one day, which is very, very less. आप यही add कर लो. I have already taken about 12-13 hours from your day. ठीक है? अच्छा, उसके बाद you'll join a class. Class on an average is how much time? Okay, 2 to 3 hours is just the class. Class में बैठना, coming to class, going from the class. In your room, opening the laptop is also a work. खत्म होने के बाद में एक अंगड़ाई भी लेता है आदमी बैठ के. Okay, So in this, can I add aram se another 1 hour at the minimum? Okay, so आपका 3 to 4 hours gone. ठीक है. अच्छा, उसके बाद में what is taught in the class, वो भी रिवाइज करोगे. At least 1 hour time. For a 2-hour class or 3-hour class, you require at least 1 extra hour. Yes, Natasha, you're right, correct. Okay, so plus 1 kar lo per class. Some of you or most of you will join 2 classes. Okay, so 1 more hour is gone here. So you require about 4 to 5 hours per course just to manage a course. अगर आप ये 1 घंटा डाल नहीं रहे हो, this hour is going waste. Okay, it's like, I have put the food in the mouth, I'm chewing, but I'm not swallowing inside. It's no use. Okay. So add up your time here. यहाँ पे चला गया 12-13 घंटा चला आ चुका already. You add another 4-5 hours. You are already hitting 18-19 hours here. That too only one subject. इसके ऊपर में you need basic reading on your own. अपने आप NCERT पढ़ो. Right? So I have put here, okay, if I add up one more course, आपका आराम से 20-22 hours जा चुका है. How much time you have for current affairs, ये बताओ आप. And some of you are doing jobs. Some of you will have health problems also बीच में. भाई एक इमोशन भी चीज है ना, मूड नहीं होगा पढ़ने के लिए. पॉसिबल, वेरी मच पॉसिबल, राइट. आज पढ़ने का मूड नहीं कर रहा. पापा मामा आ गए बात करने, फ्रेंड ने कॉल कर लिया एंड फ्रेंड हैज टोल्ड यू ही हैज बॉट ए न्यू कार. यू आर ओवर फॉर 2 months. क्या साला उसने कार खरीद लिया, मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, मैं रिक्शा का पैसे भाव आई एम बार्गेनिंग. After 1 year, your friend will tell you, I got married. Okay, then you do whatever, शादी भी कर लिया. Okay, I hope you got the point here. So, with all of this, how much time you have for current affairs? Tell me now. Can you afford to put 3-4 hours here? You cannot. Max, if you really are very organized, 1 to 2 hours is what you will put. This is a very basic calculation. That's all. Does geography require current affairs? Absolutely. You need current affairs. बस पढ़ने का तरीका क्या होना चाहिए? So my recommendation to all of you is this. Rule number 1. Don't read current affairs every day. The fact is, you don't read every day. अब बोलते तो हो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, पढ़ते कितने लोग हो बताओ? So I'll say हटा दो लिस्ट से. At least guilt तो नहीं होगा कम से कम. So my recommendation is no current affairs every day. That's 1. Number 2, read what is told to you rather than you searching what to read. How many of you understand that you must read Hindu newspaper very religiously? Raise your hand. Or Express religiously? Raise your hand. All of us agree? Okay. My suggestion is there are 6-7 sources. हिंदू भी है, एक्सप्रेस भी है, हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स भी है, डाउन टू अर्थ भी है, लाइव मिंट भी है. सम ऑफ यू कैन आल्सो रेफर टू योजना कुरुक्षेत्र आल्सो. इतना सारा सोर्सेज यू कांट हैंडल. सो माय रिकमेंडेशन इज लेट मी टेल यू व्हाट टू रीड. आई विल डू द डर्टी वर्क फॉर यू. ओके, दीज आर द 4 आर्टिकल्स, ओनली रीड दैट मच. ओके, थर्ड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. A news takes 10, 15, 20 days or 1 month to mature. Today Hamas attacked. Tomorrow also Hamas attacked. Again Hamas attacked. India is concerned about Hamas. Then Israel attacks. Again Israel attacks. तो खत्म क्या हो रहा है? हर दिन important लग रहा है ना आपका. It'll take you 1 month before it becomes a news which you can study properly. So let a news mature first. So my recommendation is do current affairs in 1 month के backlog में करो. In month of June, do make a current affairs. In the month of July, do June current affairs. ठीक है? So हर दिन उठ के नया पेपर देखना not required. Okay, so no daily. Okay, let me choose articles for you and do 1 month backlog wala approach for current affairs. Fourth thing. Okay, do current affairs thematically, which means all economy current affairs in one day khatam karo. Month of April, there are 15 topics of current affairs on economy. Okay, khatam karo, 3 hours, finished. The next week, okay, all environment topics in one sitting. 4 घंटे में खत्म करो economy or polity. I recommend do it thematically. Now, today, one article environment, one article economy, one article polity, one article some awards. It's a mess. You can't handle it eventually. So what we have done in Edukemy, and it's free of cost for all of you. It's open on the platforms. For you guys, come to class. What we have done is, we do weekly compilations. A first Friday of the month, I will finish all environment topics of the previous month. The second Friday of the month, I'll finish all polity of the previous month. The third Friday of the month, I'll finish all economy of the previous month. Okay, and the fourth one, I'll finish all science tech and miscellaneous. The end of the month, pura month ka khatam ho gaya aapka. And when you do things in a compiled way, you understand stories better. And this is done by us who are already aware of what's happening. The way I teach you is different from how you will study. Do this with me for 3-4 months, then you're on your own, no problem. So in geography, whatever current affairs you need, geography mein 4 areas has current affairs. One is current affairs of environment. Second is current affairs related to agriculture issues. The third is current affairs of disaster management. The fourth is current affairs related to economy, which be with me in the environment class, be with me in the economy class. And some topics of science and tech. Bas kaam ho gaya aapka. Fine. So for current affairs, how to do that? Be with me. Okay. On Friday at 3:30 we start this. Aaj hai aapka class. You all are welcome. Today we had 3:30, we have polity compilation. Uttam sir will take and I say it's free. Aake baitho. Okay. And Uttam sir will explain some background also, some facts bata denge. And if you are with him for 3-4 sessions, you will start appreciating also. So what happens for most of us, current affairs mein is, your syllabus of GS gets over in 1 year, aapka base hi nahi bana hai. So your current affairs is a burden for you. You do not know what is inflation properly. You do not know what is currency management properly. You do not know what RBI does or article hai on RBI role. For most of us, current affair becomes a difficult task because your GS is not finished yet. I hope you got the point here. So for those of you struggling, GS, okay, geography optional is including current affairs, which leave it to me. I will have Friday sessions, current affairs. Plus, Edukemy also has a current affairs publication only for geography and environment. Follow these two. Bas kafi hai. This is a work of 1 month mein 4-5 hours. This is a work of 1 month mein 6-7 hours. Kul mila ke 1 month may give me 10 hours. Current affairs of geography is done. Is it okay, all of you here? In fact, my recommendation to all of you is, yeah, MK, it is free throughout the year. I was doing this with my own students, but now I have opened up for all of you eventually. एक तो मुझे मजा आता है करने में. I enjoy this process of teaching, okay, and I think all of you benefit from this. All of you on the Telegram, there is an Edukemy channel on environment and geography. It's called as, okay, Shabbir's Geography and Environment. Can you all open up your mobile right now? Shabbir's, my name, Shabbir, Shabbir's Geography and Environment. Can you check on the Telegram groups, please, or on the channel? Mila aapko? You got it? Join that, that's it. I put articles on current affairs. I'll give you some concepts of current affairs. Geography environment is done this way. So do not go beyond this. Sir, is this enough? In UPSC, nothing is enough. But this will give you a very good base. So आपका डर जो है current affairs कैसे कराएं, I will help you on that. Do you all join that, all of you? Online, can you tell me, have you accessed this or not? Shabbir's Geography and Environment. एक और चैनल है, Shabbir's Edukemy for IAS. This is a general channel. It has history, geography, polity, all subjects, static. There are 4 channels I want you to join as a part of Edukemy commitment. One is Shabbir's Edukemy for IAS, Shabbir's Geography and Environment. We also have Economy by Edukemy. Geography includes lot of economy concepts. And sir is teaching, you can talk to us also, you can add messages also. Economy by Edukemy. A group hai, shayad dikhai na de aapko, but these 2 are open channels. So what I'll do is, if you have joined this one, I'll put the link of this on this one. Have you all joined these 2? 1 and 2 join kar liya aap logon ne? All of you done? Online, offline. Can you all confirm this? Shabbir's Edukemy for IAS and Shabbir's Geography and Environment. All done? So I'll put the link of economy and I'll put the link of answer writing group bhi hai hamara. You can write daily answers and we'll check and give it to you free of cost again. Yes. Mila aapko? Okay. Economy for UPSC. Yes. Economy for UPSC Edukemy. Yes. ये वाला नहीं मिला आपको? Geography and Environment. ठीक है? Have you joined this one? So on this channel, on the main channel, I will post the links of the other groups also. आप फिर join कर लेना. Online, can you all confirm if you have done something? Join the main channel at least. All of you, can you tell me yes, no, okay, maybe? Online, you all have gone quiet. So ऐसा ढूंढ रहे हो शायद. Or maybe you're watching the workshop on the phone. तब क्या करोगे? Done, Shivam, Sachrit, Pragya, okay, Raj, Natasha, did you join? You got it? Excellent. MK, Yashwant. And I can assure this to you, get out of all other groups on social media. Okay, see, this work is not done only by me. ये काम बहुत institutes कर रहे हैं. But you must have the wisdom of going after one source. So if you don't trust me, perfectly fine. Then trust whatever you want to trust and only be there, nowhere else. This is one problem with UPSC preparation. With the range of options you have, okay, you want to be everywhere. यहाँ से भी कर लें, वहाँ से भी कर लें, ये इसका भी सुन लें, उसका भी सुन लें, okay, ये book भी देख लें. Ultimately, you do nothing and you end up in guilt. So my recommendation is converge. एक जगह आओ. Okay, one place that you trust and hang on with that place for a longer time. So if you are with us, my recommendation, get out of all other groups. If you don't trust me for whatever reason, that's also okay. I understand that. Then be where you trust, but be at one place. आज की डेट में because social media, there's no dearth of advisors and mentors. Everybody thinks he can advise. So there have got a lot of groups of this kind. But you come to only one group. So have I solved 3 problems? One is, you can trust me on the course. Number 2, current affair is my headache. Number 3, maps, case studies are also my headache. Your work will be, stick with the class. That's all. Whatever I tell you, मेरा ही काम इतना ज़्यादा होगा, you'll have no time for any other work. ठीक है? Let me go back and check some of the questions you had asked me and if I have handled your questions or not. Okay. Maps कैसे करना है? Okay. Stick with me. We'll have map sessions. We will have case studies, you learn maps with me. And facts are important. Without facts, answers are bland. They are superficial answers. What facts? I'll tell you what to remember on that. Okay. Vastness, memorization, I think, accept this fact. UPSC में कोई चीज छोटा नहीं है. Remember that. You can't play a game of shortcut here. You accept this and you work with this. How to score afterwards? Dynamic, yes, current affairs, how you do that. How do we do maps again? Okay, we have done this. Synopsis is a summary writing. Okay, every class, go back to your room and compact the class notes into 1 or 1.5 page. आप शुरू करो. I'll have sessions on synopsis, अलग से भी कराएंगे आपको. Where I'll show you some samples, examples, and you learn eventually. Okay, synopsis we have done. Self-study. Okay, you need to know 4 things. You must have your books with you. In self-study, you must manage current affairs. In self-study, you have to make your proper notes. Book list, I'll share. I'll put the book list on the channel group. And you all have got some list. Okay, there are 8-9 books you must buy. Okay, let me read out the list of the books for the benefit of all of you. Here it is. The name of the books. All the books are must buy. No bargaining on this. Geomorphology, Savindra Singh. Climatology, Savindra Singh. The self-study guys, you can go with this list. Yeah. Oceanography, Savindra Singh. Human geography, Savindra Singh. I'll put the list on the Telegram group also. You can follow that. Human geography by Majid Hussain. I mentioned 5th here. You can buy the 6th edition also. ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं है. Same thing. Market में शायद 6th available होगा. Then you have models by again Majid Hussain. Geographical thought by Dixit of must buy 7. You can ignore this book or by Sudipta Adhikari. Book number 8 you can cross off. Don't require that. Book number 8 you can cross. Indian Geography by Khuller. It says 2018 edition. You can buy 2023 or 22 edition also. The book has not changed much. But buy the latest one. And you need 2 atlases. One is Orient Black Swan Atlas and by Oxford Atlas. Orient Black Swan and Oxford Atlas. You can ignore TTK Atlas. So please tick off all these books. ठीक है? कुल मिला के you have to buy 10-11 books including 2 atlases. All good? Your choice, you can buy 1 by 1 or buy in bulk, you get some discount, it helps you that way. It's all there on the Amazon, you can order from there also. Achha. NCERT is for us. Buy NCERT new edition 11th and 12th. There are 4 books. Okay. Old edition you can ignore for now. I want the new edition 11th and 12th. There are 2 books in 11th and there are 2 books in class 12th. Tick that off. This book again you can ignore. Goching Leong. ये पहले बोलते थे, अब हम we'll leave it. Goching Leong you can ignore. This is your choice. I'll recommend buy it, but something you not require as frequently. Geography Made Simple by Rupa Publication, Volume 1 and Volume 2. That's your choice. If you can, very good. Otherwise, no harm. But जब खरीद ही रहे हो तो 2 more books for reference, good. Is it okay, all of you? Okay. Now, my recommendation to all of you is, irrespective of the class pace, the NCERT books use better if you read and be done with it. You can start off today itself. And I have the books with me. I don't have all the 4 books. I bought 4 of them, or 3 of them. This is one book. Okay. Fundamentals of Physical Geography, class 11 का ये किताब है. Okay. Then you have another book, class 11th, India Physical Environment, class 11th ये भी है. Class 12th you have this one, Human Geography class 2. I'll suggest start from this book. Because your topic, I'll start with Population Geography, start with this one. And there's a 4th one, People and Economy. I don't have it right now with me. You can do that after this one. It's a very simple reading. It is not technical at all. Okay, you can read, you can finish the book in about 1 week's time. But when you read the book, make summaries and jottings also. Okay? So what book to read, I've explained now. All done, all of you online? लिख लिया आप लोगों ने? Okay, now come back. Now this debate about, sir, physical geography पे हम focus करें, or should we focus on a human geography? This is a question one of you asked me, and it's a good question. First, let me explain what are these topics. Physical geography means study of the natural world. Okay? Natural land, natural oceans, natural climate, natural environment of forests, wildlife. So physical geography means the natural world. And human geography means the man-made world. Industries, agriculture, settlements, rural areas, society and culture, ये सब human geography है. And one special part of this human geography is what's called as geographical thought. Geographical thought is like philosophy of geography. Okay. So some people say, so this is, see, when I say land, आपको दिखता है ना land? When I say winds, can you imagine what winds are? Okay, when I say oceans, you can imagine what's ocean? So this study is largely very objective, and it is easier to visualize and imagine. Okay? And people find this comfortable. Mountains are growing. You can understand, a mountain है तो बढ़ रहा है, ठीक है, fine. So physical geography has this convenience where you can visualize, you can see, you can imagine things, what they look like. When I say agriculture, okay, and how does culture shape agriculture? Okay, what are our belief systems that decide social relationships? How does man think about nature? Okay, this is a bit more abstract. This is, it does not look like geography to us. And it's very dynamic. So what happens, many of them struggle here. Why? Because ये बहुत current affair based होता है. It is very, very regional in nature. So people struggle here. Some people enjoy this also. You tell me one thing. Marks किस में मिलेगा आप? Physical or human aspects? In which will get marks? My answer is, in any question which you can support with facts, data and concept. Right? So this idea, physical geography is easy to score, is not always correct. The idea that because dynamic hai, it's easy to score is not always correct. And there was a time when physical geography से ज़्यादा सवाल थे. last 4-5 years, you have got more questions from human geography. But you can be never sure how, okay, geography can again change and questions can go towards physical geography again. So our approach, my approach I recommend is full syllabus without bias. आपको पूरा पढ़ना पड़ेगा. And in पूरे पढ़ाई में you're bound to have some topics that you are not comfortable with. You're bound to have some topics that you enjoy. You'll have some topics you struggle with. Doesn't matter. आपको पूरा कराना ही पड़ेगा. That's one. Second aspect of the course completion is there are 5 areas: trade, transport, environment, okay, development, planning, political geography. Development planning includes agriculture, it includes rural areas, it includes backward regions. Trade, transport, environment, development planning, and political geography. Unfortunately, these topics most teachers don't teach, most students don't realize कि geography है. Okay, and these topics material आराम से मिलता नहीं है, and it looks like you are doing economy, it looks like you are doing IR. Not wrong, सही बात है, but there is a geographical perspective here also. ठीक है? This every year they're asking 5, 6 to 7 questions every year पूछते हैं, which we miss out. Most of us are okay with the regular topics. So our approach of study will be, number 1, complete full syllabus, which leave that to me. Second, don't ignore this. Again, leave that to me. What I will teach, the class notes you need, go with that. Third, very important is, this kind of study requires current affairs, and you struggle because of this again. Again, I said, leave this to me. Be with me in the classes. How I teach current affairs, I'll do that. A fourth important aspect is that this study must be done through case studies. Unfortunately, for case studies, there are no books. In fact, ये concept ही बहुत नया है. Okay, most answers will not have this at all. And that's why I've introduced this. Weekly, twice I take case studies with all of you. Example क्या है? For example, if I ask you, discuss the importance of ports. A generic answer. For a case study, I'll say, draw the map of Gujarat. Tell us where we have Kandla port, where we have Mundra port, where we have Mandvi port. Okay. Tell us, okay, the roads linking from Mundra, Kandla. Tell us how there is a SEZ there. Tell us the sea route from Mundra, Kandla towards the Red Sea maybe. So when you have drawn the map in detail about a place called as a case study and a regional map. Importance of roads. Okay. I'll say case study where, okay, draw the freight corridor of India. Draw India's golden quadrilateral. Tell us how that road helps industries in which locations of India. It becomes a case study. So people struggle here because of these 4-5 things. One is, इसपे मिलता नहीं है material. Number 2, people don't find this important. I don't know why. Number 3, we do not have current affairs control and we don't have case study. I said all of this is my responsibility. Our approach will be, okay, a balanced approach across syllabus. Sir, I can't write answers. That's because you do not know current affairs. Sir, marks nahi mil rahe hain because you don't write case studies. I hope you got the point, all of you. This is our approach of study. Now about that point, geography में marks नहीं आते हैं. Now listen, The truth is, there are people who qualify and there are people who don't qualify. People who qualify, they qualify because they get marks. And last 2 years, people are scoring 280 plus, 290 plus, okay, 300 plus. Our student Deepthi Rohila, she was in our test series. Our student Vikas Yadav, part of our course. So our students are scoring and many of them are scoring. But the people who can't cross, okay, 230, they can't cross 240 also. Some of them go below 200. Primarily because they are missing out, okay, on this approach. So, क्या marks आते हैं? Yes, marks आते हैं. और अच्छे marks आ रहे हैं. In fact, I did some study on this just to explain this to you. You can all watch this sheet with me. Okay. Last 5 years what has been the marks? And I'm talking about this year in particular, 2023 results. If you can all see this sheet, we did a study of approximately 300 students, approximately. Okay, we did a study of PSIR, geography, sociology, okay, anthro and so on. How much they got in paper 1, how much in paper 2. Right? We have done a study of this year, this last year's jo rank raha. And in geography, the average mark is 290. In PSIR, the average mark is 267. Okay, this is sociology, 268. Average marks of across almost 300 students, which is crazy scores, 290 plus. Good number of them have got it. So see, there is no shortcut or easy method. Okay, anybody trying shortcut, it will become a long cut. You have to work hard. You must follow a process. Current affair is important. You have to learn case studies and you must learn answer writing, which you can again trust on me. हम कराएंगे आपका slowly, but you have to give me time for that. So your course will get divided into your daily work, will get divided into class work and some amount of self work. Class work में class notes, you also have, okay, you also have case studies which we offer for support. You also have PYQ discussions we offer for support. This is the class work. In self work, you must do synopsis. You must do some basic readings beyond the notes. Then you have some amount of a weekly work. Weekly work, current affair is the part of the class you can do, and revisions is what you can do on your self. Stick with me for this much. In 4, 5, 6 months down the line, you will become comfortable with geography optional. Is it okay, all of you? What to choose between? Now, Aniket, okay, I'll take a question now. Listen. Every subject is capable of giving a topper. आप देखो last 10 years देखो and top 20 students देखो आप. Law, history, sociology, physics, economics, Marathi literature, Kannada literature, okay, people from engineering subjects, people who have become toppers, okay, from geography, anthropology, every subject gives you toppers. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2. It is not the subject. It's always the student. The same teacher, the same course, the same classroom, some will qualify and become a topper, some will never clear the prelims. This is the hard reality. Okay. The difference is the subject you read must be a subject you have some interest in it. Because agar interest nahi hai na, you can't revise repeatedly. Agar interest nahi hai, you will not update and upgrade on your own. A teacher, to be very honest, can show a direction to you. पढ़ना तो आपको है. A teacher can give you notes and material. याद तो आपको करना है. A teacher can tell the method to you. A writing answer is going to be your work. So, geography can give you very high marks, and geography can also make your life pathetic and miserable also. So, the first rule of joining a course is, does that course look manageable to you or not? Okay, let's say for me, when I started my preparation, I started with mathematics because I thought I can do mathematics, and I was a good student in mathematics. But after doing for 1 month, I realized, ये तो बहुत अलग type का पढ़ाई है. It's very philosophical to some extent. Then I went for public administration because my friend had qualified with public administration. I read for 1 month on my own. I couldn't enjoy it. I found it very, very difficult to sustain myself. But my friend was enjoying it. Ultimately, I took geography and I loved it. Same teacher, okay, same student, same desire to succeed. But my interest was, and my friend, he hated geography. Okay, but he was very good in pub ad. The problem with all of us is, we don't assess our interests properly. और हम चलते हैं, ये topper है, okay, jump his subject, and we end up messing there. So all of you who are joining geography because some topper got it, it's a wrong strategy. Okay, the first criteria is, आपको interest है या नहीं? And believe me, every subject requires the same type of efforts. उसका nature अलग होगा, because see, if geography was the easiest one, then all toppers would have been geography alone. If anthro was the easiest one, then all 20 of them would have been anthro alone. ऐसा नहीं है. What happens is, the students are very sharp. They come from good study, okay, methods. They come from hard work. वो बच्चा कुछ भी उठाता ना, वो qualify कर लेता. I claim my student got selected because geography. I said no. Had that guy taken sociology also, he would have qualified. Because वो पढ़ने का तरीका है. People tell us that UPSC is biased towards engineering students. It is not. It's just that because engineering students give entrance so many times. Okay, they have done some method of study so many times. So relatively, they can manage the exam pressures better. But humanities, many of them are doing very well. So don't go by subject, go by interest and learn the method of study. Third very important thing. How to know your interest? The easiest way is do some basic reading of NCERTs. Some NCERT पढ़ लिया, couple of chapters, couple of pages, see some newspaper articles on issues, and you have a gut feeling generally. Like, I think this is what I can manage. I think this looks not my subject. Oh, I think ये तो हो जाएगा मुझसे. With that gut feeling, take a leap. So I'm confused between anthropology and geography. Go to NCERT anthropology, one textbook. Go to NCERT geography, one textbook. Read 4 or 5 chapters. आपको किसमें मजा आ रहा है? कौन सा लग रहा है manageable? You talk to me for geography, talk to an anthropology teacher also. But you must have wisdom what works for you. And then you take a leap of faith. और ये भी याद रहे, Not everything in geography is interesting for you. Not everything in geography is boring for you. हमेशा mix होगा. Sir, I will do what is interesting for me. You have no choice. You can only choose subject. You can't choose a topic to study. And that's true for life, no? Okay, I buy a house. Some parts of house I love. Some aspects I don't like it at all. But I have the house. I'm in a relationship. The aspects about my child, I love my child. And some parts of his behavior, I hate absolutely. The child is mine, no? I take care of the baby. So, ये जो idea है, sir, I will study what I like. That's a very wrong idea. You will study according to a discipline. Okay, discipline is खत्म करना ही है 5 months. हर दिन पढ़ना ही है 1 hour. I must update current affairs once in a week. I must write 2 answers every week. अच्छा लगे या नहीं लगे. So, Aniket, I was answering your question. People who score marks, okay, whoever score marks, ये 4 काम बहुत अच्छा करते हैं. They have control on the geography content. Means geography इनको पहले memorize बहुत अच्छा हो गया है. 1. Number 2, what they do very well is, okay, they're able to relate topics across units. Agriculture with water, with climate change, with rural development, with industries, with trade policy. Linkage जो है ये बहुत अच्छा करते हैं ये लोग. Because they have a way of studying integrated way. Okay. 3rd, they are in geography. They are good with case studies and examples. And plus, they have good writing skills. If you can do this, you will get marks in every subject. ठीक है? And see, there is no formula for this. अगर formula होता, then every child in my class would have qualified. I have a method, a process. Ultimately, it's your job. So, can you score as much marks? Absolutely. But you have a method, like follow करना होगा, all of you. All fine here? How to score marks? And I have shown you now, okay, that students are getting marks. Okay. How to get inspired? We'll see how you can grow into that. When preparing for UPSC, should we prepare for SPSC? Basically, you're asking me, can you prepare for state or not? Look, my answer to you is this. What's the priority? पहले बताओ. Priority is UPSC or state service? Okay, that should be very, very clear. And it's perfectly fine. कि नहीं sir, UPSC का भी मुझे लगता है मैं निकल नहीं पाऊंगा. I will do state. Then fine. Then make your priority clear first. 1. Number 2. अगर UPSC priority है, then for the first 1 year, don't mess around with yourself. Go to the class, prepare like you want to give UPSC, and my recommendation is give the mains examination once. एक बार दे लो. Then what happens is your base is made. उसके बाद जो exam देना है दो. The problem is, while preparing for UPSC, if you get into 1 or 2 examinations, you're only diverting and you are confusing yourself. So I have this topper, Prajanand Giri, ranked 24. He cleared the state UPSC first, a state service first. He was a SDM and a deputy collector. He is right now. And he qualified with geography optional UPSC in his 3rd or 4th attempt. He says, when I started off, sir, I had no confidence in UPSC. That's why I did the state service first. That's perfectly fine. But if you start with UPSC, my recommendation is hang on with it. There, Sajid says he is a victim of mains, prelims, state services. Yes, you mess up. And if you have done UPSC preparation properly, believe me, state ho jayega aapka. It's when your UPSC is half baked, the state also becomes tricky for you. Okay, any questions I have missed out? If I go back and check our list once again, please. I know some of the answers I've given you, okay, are still high level answers. You will learn some of this eventually. How many hours? I think I've answers already for all of you. Says like this. Your main objective has to be study. For heaven's sake, don't count hours. Count the work. NCERT, I'll finish in 3 days. Some of you 5 hours a day ho jayega, some of you 10 hours a day nahi hoga. The target is finish that work. Okay, how many hours I've done? Geography is scoring or not. How to manage time. Okay, how to memorize. How to self-study. I think I've answered most of the questions. Apart from this, any question you want me to answer? Anybody? What was that? Yes, one. Yes. GS geography. The topics are same. The topics you study in optional is same as topics of GS, but two differences. One is that in GS, don't make it too technical. वो ज़्यादा theory मत लिखना. Okay, we don't want it look like an optional student answer. One. Number two, okay, the GS answers, they require a lot of current affairs of the recent developments. Which in optional, it is a bit lesser. Otherwise, the coverage is almost same. So I recommend, don't miss GS geography classes. वो करो आप, but then geography background में वो आसान हो जाएगा आपका. ठीक है? The main difference is don't make it too technical. Don't use too many theories, okay, from optional. Anybody else? Any other question? Online, offline? You all have got tired? 2 hours of listening without much writing. When the class starts, you'll be only writing then. Is geography optional sufficient for paper to net? Rajat, to be very honest, I have not seen net paper as frequently, but my students tell me that with geography optional, वो net में top कर जाते हैं. Okay, you can clear GRF net without much difficulty. The only topic missing in UPSC is a topic called as cartography. Rajat Dubey. ठीक है? Cartography syllabus में नहीं है आपके. Otherwise, all the others are fine. Revision pattern, Lakshita, I told you, no? Daily summary writing. Then PYQ sessions we will have. Okay. Be with me, that's about it. Class notes and books will happen. Okay, about the course itself, your class formally starts from 18th. Because Sunday is your prelims and we'll be busy with the prelims. So 15th, we are busy with the prelims, 16th Sunday hai, and 17th, we have some discussions around the prelim preparation. So 3 days, I don't want to be missing around too much. So your class starts on 18th, all of you. And on 18th, we'll start with world maps, which is not in syllabus, but you must study this. We'll have approximately 9 to 10 classes on world maps, okay, with some breaks in between, because these classes har din nahi hongi. I'm trying to keep it maybe 4 or 5 days a week. I don't want to pressurize right now, okay. Then your formal geography syllabus jo hai, it will start from first week of July, and our topic will be population geography. Okay, so I'll start your geography with human geography. That's why I said read that human geography textbook of NCERT. Physical will have it later on. So what we do is, we run a continuous course, and ये relay होता है. Some of you can join me here. Okay, you merge with the course. Some of you can join me here. You can merge with the course. Some of you can join me here. You merge. The beginning can be population geography. It can be geomorphology. It can also be oceanography. There are 3-4 ways you can enter geography. So for your batch, we are starting with population geography. So the book you will need when my class starts is the Human Geography of Majid Hussain, and you will require Indian Geography of Khuller. ये 2 किताब important होगा for my class to start off. Yes, Raj, GRF हो जाता है manage. Good of you, number of you will clear GRF with this geography. हाँ, Rajat तो हो जाएगा, no problem. You'll manage. 6 months, these 10 days is your initiation class. This is your initiation class. Okay. Starting 1st July, up count karo 6 months, plus or minus 4, 5, 6 days. So July, August, September, October, November, December, I'll finish your course. Okay? Finish your foundation course. Anybody else, any questions? Yes? अगर मेरे साथ रहोगे, मेरे साथ करो. Current affairs, I'll recommend all of you for a sense of initiation. आज का class करके जाना. At 3:30, go take your lunch. Okay, maybe freshen up. If you want, you can attend even on the YouTube, वो भी होता है. But often I'll recommend कि आप class में आके करो. Because the experience is different. So for current affairs, if you can be with me, I'm perfectly. In fact, I didn't tell this to you. Let me explain this to you. Just give me 2 more minutes here. Fridays, we do current affairs, which is thematic compilation कराते हैं. Okay, 1 week, 1 Friday environment, 1 Friday economy, 1 Friday polity. I think a week before last, I had an environment update of April and May. वो YouTube में है. Maybe I'll share the link with all of you. You can see that. It was in 2 days. खत्म नहीं हो पाया the first day. I spilled off second day also. Okay, that is entire environment current affairs of month of April and part of May. ये एक session कराते हैं. Second, and this is at 3:30 every Fridays. The second session is on Saturday. Now this I have not told you, but you asked me, so I'm telling this to you. See, there are 2 things in current affairs. One is knowing the developments, facts, क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, okay, who did what, that's one. Second is developing an analytical mind. What happened? Hamas attacked. What happened? India has gone for G7 summit. What has happened? Climate change and forest fire हो गया. What happened? India launched an act maybe. वो एक part है. This is knowing and consolidating current affairs. But एक और important part है developing analytical skills, developing comprehension skills, which includes the efforts in essays writing, ethics का case studies. Okay, और ये कहाँ सीखोगे? ये सीखोगे articles में. So apart from this class on Friday, I also have what I call as reading sessions. Sit with me for 2 hours. Me and Bankesh sir, 2 of us share the work. I will read an article with you. You will have a copy, I have a copy. And we'll sit down and read together. And I'll tell you कि लिखा कैसे गया है. क्या introduction है, कैसा conclusion है, how the flow is happening, what words is he using. Okay, and some discussions we go deep also, explaining India's Indo-Pacific strategy. So you can again go back, YouTube में है. You can look for Saturday reading. We call this as Yuva section, Yuva sessions. Yuva because I say, why is you as a person? U is understanding. V is your vision type, and A is your skills of analysis. So ये भी important part है. What happens when you read current affairs from compiled booklets, the reading part is entirely missing. Those who score marks, they are very good in writing skills. Okay, ये आपको कोई सिखा नहीं रहा है. And most of you think 10 दिन का essay class कर लेंगे, हो जाएगा. I am the essay teacher. I am doing essays for last 20 years now. And I know what problems you have. So if you can attend both the sessions, your current affairs reading paper is done by us. On this day, I will read 2 or 3 articles, and Shabbir Sir will read 2 or 3 articles. And we keep a range of economy, social issues, environment, IR, agriculture, हम mix करा कर आते हैं आपको. You cannot do more than this in 1 week. 7 articles in 1 week अपने आप is humongous target, which we'll cover off in 1 day. So those who want to see what we do, you can go back and check YouTube. We are doing this for last almost 2-3 months, but YouTube में हमने recently शुरू किया है. Last 1 month we have done on YouTube. Answer your question? For current affairs, for geography also, park yourself with us. We'll help you in whatever we can. Hang on with us. Trust me on this. But आप regular रहना इसमें. आज का कर लो आप लोग. If you can take a break, take a lunch, and come back and sit, okay, you'll have a fair idea about how polity has to be done as a part of current affairs. Pura polity developments of, okay, April and part of May will finish off today. Anybody else any question? Online, offline? Yes. 3:30 say 5:30, 6 o'clock types. And if you have leave early, no problem. Okay, ऐसा कोई बंदिश नहीं है. It's not a jail या घुस गए तो बर्बाद करके छोड़ेंगे types. Okay, no. You come in, you get tired, you can leave. But if you can develop stamina, hang on with us. ठीक है? Yes, I also do that. Okay, Pranav, right? By virtue of, देखो, in geography, a very important part is environment. I believe अगर geography आपका subject है, आपका environment आपका बहुत strong होना चाहिए control. So what we have done is, those of you who enroll with us in geography optional, the GS environment is also open for you. Okay. So I will teach environment along with Shivani madam. Shivani madam is in services. She has a passion for teaching. She is on a sabbatical leave. So I thought I'd involve her. You know how people in service also talk and behave and teach. So I was teaching till yesterday. For the next 4 or 5 days or 1 week, Shivani madam will take your class. So if you're interested, like अगर enrollment आपका हो चुका है already, for this entire month, environment class is going on. Okay, so I think we have finished about diversity and we have done maybe ecosystems. So you can start from tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. You have your next class. Next class is on today 14th. I think 17th ko hai. On 17th you can come and join, but morning 8:30 class. And that's not on YouTube, okay? That's physical presence or on online. If you want, you can join, no issues there. Otherwise, आपका environment आएगा sometime next year. Okay, it's not compulsory. It's just a support I'm giving you because I know environment is very, very important. And personally, I do not like the way environment is taught elsewhere. There's a method, I think, in environment which is missing. You can join now, perfectly fine. Or next year, I don't know, it could be month of April या March में हम कराएंगे दोबारा environment. We have the cycles running. So if you want to attend, you can come at 8:30 and join us. ठीक है? Yes, Pranav, you're right. Anybody else any questions? अभी तक हमारा 7 क्लास हुआ है. Environment disaster management approximately 20 odd classes. 7 क्लास में से मैंने 6 लिया है and madam has taken today's class. We have finished ecosystem and we have finished biodiversity. बहुत कुछ बचता है अभी. Climate change है, pollution problems हैं, entire disaster management is there. Okay, a lot of things are remaining. So अगर समझ में नहीं भी आएगा, मैं कह रहा हूं कि बैठ जाओ, आपका नोट्स बन जाएगा, nothing else. Yeah, advanced class will happen later on. Okay, we'll let you know about advanced. Some of you have joined both. Advanced classes will start, those giving in 25, we have got no choice. We'll start from around September. Advanced classes will happen in the afternoons, 4 to 6 o'clock types. But abhi uske liye pareshan mat ho. Let's be foundation first. Yes, thankful. Thank you so much. We don't have your geography optional starts on 18th, map class. Your GS environment you can join on 17th at 8:30 in the morning. Anything else? Anybody? You have admission online or offline? Offline. तो आपने जैसे एडमिशन लिया है वैसे, अगर ऑफलाइन लिया है तो आप ऑफलाइन आओ, अगर ऑनलाइन लिया है तो ऑनलाइन मिलेगा आपको. डिफरेंस यही है. आई कैन सी, यू कैन टॉक टू मी. क्लास खत्म होने के बाद में आप आंसर लाके मुझे दिखा सकते हो. ऑनलाइन हैज अदर कन्वीनियंस. अदरवाइज सेम क्लास, सेम पर्सन, आई एम आंसरिंग एंड लुकिंग एट ऑल ऑफ यू. ठीक है. बट माई रिकमेंडेशन इज, इफ यू आर इन दिल्ली एनसीआर में हो तब ऑफलाइन आओ. ऑनलाइन अगर नहीं आ पा रहे हो या जॉब कर रहे हो, यू कैन वॉच रिकॉर्डिंग, दैट्स ओके. बट इफ यू आर इन दिल्ली एनसीआर, करोल बाग में रहते हो, कोई और काम है नहीं, तो क्लास के अंदर आओ. द क्लास डिसिप्लिन इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द प्रिपरेशन. ठीक है. एनीबडी एल्स? एनी क्वेश्चंस, एनी डाउट्स, एनी क्लैरिफिकेशंस? पूरा मंथ ऑफ जुलाई चलेगा, जून चलेगा. यस, देन वी आर डन फॉर द जीएस पार्ट. एक ज्योग्राफी में एनवायरमेंट भी वो अलग से कराएंगे हम. बट यू नो, आई कैन नॉट गिव 20 क्लासेस फॉर एनवायरमेंट इन ज्योग्राफी ऑप्शनल. वहां पर आपको 5-6 क्लास ही मिलेगा. तो जीएस हो जाता है ना. आई बिलीव ज्योग्राफी है तो एनवायरमेंट आपका स्ट्रेंथ होना चाहिए. तो विदाउट एनी एक्स्ट्रा फीस, विदाउट एनी एक्स्ट्रा पेमेंट्स, इज पार्ट ऑफ इट. No. For those who have not enrolled in GS class, आपको कोई रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं मिलेगा. Either you come attend live or you miss it. Our tech system is not having that ability right now. Okay, so for GS classes of environment, okay, if you have not enrolled in GS class, then you are only allowed for live sessions. ठीक है. In fact, I mean, I don't know if it's right or not, but I'll still tell this to you. My recommendation to all of you is, if you have to join a class for GS, okay, my recommendation is join with us. Join at one place. For example, you are doing GS at XYZ Institute. Then my recommendation is, for geography option bhi wahi karo aap. If you are with geography option with me, then do GS with me. There are 3 advantages in this. One is, एक पढ़ाई का टेक्निक होता है. Approach of case study, approach of current affairs, approach of notes making, approach of books reading. Every institute has its own philosophy. इसमें कोई right wrong खराब नहीं है, सब ठीक है. But if your methods are too diverse, okay, then you will get confused. And to be very honest, the foundation GS class में every institute is same. Same teacher पढ़ाते हैं यार, यहीं पढ़ा के यहाँ खत्म करके, okay, they go to another shop and teach there. The same guy some other shop, he teaches there. So अगर आपने admission नहीं लिया है, okay, then take admission with us if you want to take admissions. And if you have taken admission, you're convinced with us, let us know. We can give you a good discount because I also need students in my classrooms. But my recommendation is, एक जगह से पढ़ाई करो, wherever you can. Okay, there are current affairs. I'm telling you, बहुत institutes हैं, but go to one place. One place, and no current affair is complete. Remember that. But base अच्छा बन जाएगा आपका. So if you are with me in geography, it makes sense you do with me. Why? Because ultimately geography needs current affairs. मेरे पास geography कर रहे हो, मेरे पास GS environment मेरे साथ कर रहे हो. Again, you are geography students, I'll allow you in IR class also. IR also I teach. International relations geopolitics है. If you're doing all this with me, then join the whole session with me. Again, that's a recommendation, suggestion. Ultimately, it's your choice. And please do not see this as marketing. It's something I truly have faith in. Okay, I believe this is how, and these are the mistakes people make that messes up with the preparation. 10 जगह, simple thing. यहाँ से जाओगे, कहीं और बैठोगे, वहाँ पे classroom, वहाँ का environment. Okay, this itself is time waste. And by the way, all of you, online also, offline also, on the first floor we have a reading space. It's free for all of you. There are about 30-40 seats हैं. First come, first serve. So आप आना चाहिए. People come here in the morning 8 o'clock, यहीं बैठ जाते हैं. Okay. So, and I tell them this, कि अब पढ़ना ही है तो हमारे साथ पढ़ाई करो, घर जाके सो जाना. They come in the morning, they do revise, they do the class, take a break, have the lunch, again come back to class. So I typically divide your day into first half and second half. First half I recommend should be all class. So 8:30, say 11:30, do GS. 12 o'clock to 2:30, you do again geography optional. The class is over. Now second half is all additional study, all revisions, all notes making, and maybe some answer writing. Imagine you are doing geography optional here, you have joined some other class here. Then you can't attempt my case study, you can't attend my current affairs, you can't even do my answer writing sessions. Because I will not do those things in my regular class. Because my course खत्म ही नहीं होने वाला मेरा. Okay, so I divide. इसको ऐसे division करो class. It's very nice. And do this up to 6 o'clock. Go home, revise for 2 or 3 hours, go to sleep by 11 o'clock. So typically आपका day आपका plan हो जाता है. We have a way of planning your day, your week. Follow that. Anyway, that's a recommendation. Ultimately your choice. Anybody else? Any questions? Online, offline? Any questions? Online आप बहुत चुप हो. Generally होता नहीं है. Online guys are very vociferous. बहुत बात करते हैं, बहुत सवाल पूछते हैं. You guys are very, very quiet. Maybe it's tired. Maybe it's too hot. Yes. Nothing, free. बस एक चार्ज है. Promise me आप पढ़ाई करो कि result दोगे मुझे. That's all. I want results. It's part of my survival. I want good ranks. And whatever it takes. And reading room के साथ में there's a staff room there. All our GS faculty sits there. कोई doubt है घुस के पूछ लेना. The polity teacher, the history teacher, the economy teacher, the current affairs, they all sit there. So they interact with you. That's why I'm saying recommended. If you can come offline, otherwise ठीक है, you'll manage. You need a room. We all need rooms. A reading room. Okay, fine. You're welcome. Welcome. Let us know you are our student. Enter your details. Sit there. हमारा AC, हमारा पंखा, हमारा chair, हमारा table, किताबें आपकी होंगी. Anybody else? Anything? You're coming from Jharkhand offline? Oh, that ways. See, I have no tie-up with any property agent. मिल जाएगा आपको बच्चे. A lot of people, I mean, आपको problem होगा, I don't want guys anymore. They'll chase you. So come over, you'll get a room. And all of you, room के ज़्यादा परेशान नहीं होते हैं. Spend 1 or 2 days and join a room, enter a room. आपको अपने आप समझ में आ जाएगा after 1 month कि change करके कहाँ लेना चाहिए. Your friends are the best guides, largely for rooms. So you will have, don't worry, all type of services, rates. So come over, you will find somebody who can help you here. Yeah, anybody else? Any questions? Chalo, I think we are done. That was the idea of today's session. And why I began these sessions largely was because in one of the batches, one student told me way back when I was in other institute, said, sir, we hear about you, but we do not know who you are. And when you take fees, we would like to know who you are as a person and what you teach. मैं कहा बेटा एक ही तरीका जानने का, पूरा कोर्स ज्वाइन के खत्म करो मेरे साथ में. How else can I prove? Okay. Or I can give you one day, okay, you talk to me, interact with me, okay, more or less you know what I am as a person. I can't fake it for 2-3 hours. Okay. So it's part of exercise. You'll be with me. If you join geography, you are with me for at least 1 year. It's nice to know who is the person you will be walking with for 1 year. वही चेहरा देखोगे हर दिन. Okay. वही आवाज सुनोगे. Even I am tired of my own face and my voice. So it's nice if you know who is going to be heading your process. So I hope this 2 hours or 2.5 hours serves that purpose. And once the class starts, we are on. Yes, exactly. You join a course, then have faith in me. उसके बाद doubt नहीं किया करते. You enter, you run with me. I am not a perfect teacher. I do not know all concepts. I am not even a geographer. I am a guy who thinks, who knows geography for UPSC slightly better than most teachers. That's all. Trust me on that. Okay, and you have an issue, you have a complaint, come and tell me. Okay, I'll rectify whatever I can. But I have no claim that I am the best guy. There are a lot of teachers. All of them are equally good in different ways. So wherever you're comfortable, जहाँ भी आपको अच्छा लगे, okay. Lot of class of mine includes lot of motivational talk also, because I like doing that, and I think you also need it. Mechanical कोई पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकता. Okay, so you get a mix of all of that together. All done? Okay then. Thanks for being patient. My wishes to all of you. Your class starts on 18th. The class will be taken by Shivani madam, the same teacher who is doing environment for you. She'll finish off your world maps in 9 or 10 classes. Then I come in with the population geography. Okay. And in case you're interested in, okay, environment GS, you can let us know. Okay, no extra payment, but you can join us at 8:30 in the morning. Online will join online, offline will join offline. Okay then. By all of you, my wishes. Offline, I'm still sitting here. You have any doubts? Come and ask me. Bye-bye all of you. Bye. Bless you, my wishes. Okay, let 2025 be a great year for all of you. Get a good rank, qualify, and we are on. Yeah, offline. Any clarifications you need?